Alright, what's up guys? Troy, ATX Productions, but we're coming to you today to talk to you about something more serious and something bigger than this. First of all, I'm a 35-year-old chef, restaurant manager. I've worked my way in and out of kitchens and up the ladder, and I love what I do. I'm great at it. Up until the last year, I really have never really thought about doing anything else. Enter drones. So I'm not going to talk about the word. The word is the word. It's the word we're going to use. I have been in the radio controlled hobby for quite a while. I've always enjoyed it. I've always tried to share all my experiences on YouTube and on Facebook and all the social media stuff. I recently, last year and a half, 2 years, gotten into drone technology and flying. Multi-rotors, quads, whatever you'd like to call them. I'm going to use drones because that's what they're known by. In the last few months in particular, the drone industry has exploded, even exponentially further than it had in the last 2 to 4 years. Many new technologies are coming out. Many new companies are putting out higher and higher qualities. There is just a huge explosion in drones. There's negative drone stories, and there's a ton of positive drone stories you don't hear about. Yes, people think that they're used for spying. We're not going to debate that. We're not worried about that. Is it illegal to fly drones? It depends, and it depends where, when, and where, how far, how high, and all of those factors. It is legal in many, many, many places. Many places people think it's not. Me and many people out there realize that even as a hobby, drones is here to stay. Commercially, it's the future. If you're not looking at autonomous tech, whether it's flying or ground-based, you're going to be left behind in 10 years. Austin, Texas, or the ATX as we call it here in Austin, and a lot of places have branded themselves ATX. I have a vision for bringing the drone community out into the open and into a positive light. A way of uniting our drone community in ways that it can't right now on its own. Right now, there's a lot of inrooting and a lot of fighting amongst ourselves just about the word drone. A negative story pops up, and all we can do is fight with each other over, was it right, was it not right, is it okay, is it not okay? We're not arguing with each other, guys. We're not going to get answers from each other. We need to organize, and we need to get together, and we need to make positive impacts, and we need to keep the negativity at bay. How do you do that? Well, first of all, education. A lot of people don't realize how this industry works, and I'm not going to call out names of companies or stores or anybody, but it's a business. At the end of the day, you have to make money. Now, you have to choose, do you make money by just pushing products out the door, or do you make money by selectively selling to the right people the right products? Holding yourself accountable for those sales and maintaining those relationships. It just depends on who you ask. And it honestly depends on the type of person and the type of business that you'd like to portray yourself with. For me, I'm not about the almighty dollar necessarily. We all know we need money to survive and to live. But I'm not the type of person to prey on people for money. I'd much rather show somebody that I can help them get the most out of their money, while obviously making something for myself. But at the end of the day, it's more about the experience and the end result, which is a customer walking out the door, knowing a product, caring about a product, and wanting to come back for more product. I don't want to sell somebody something because they think it's cool. What I do want to do is I want to educate people on what they walked into. Austin DroneSpace, ATX DroneSpace. is just exactly what it is. It's a space. It's an open area. If you could open your mind and just visualize a blank canvas of a room, a couple of workbenches off to the side with tools, maybe a couple of guys working and building on something. Probably videoing it too for later putting on YouTube. Over here there's a seating area, some couches or chairs, and a nice little hangout spot. Maybe a refrigerator with some refreshments. It's the pilot lounge, and there's a couple of aces or local hotshot flyers over there that are Chris Sherman maybe, or you never know who you're going to walk in and find. Maybe Trip Wiggins over there hanging out, just talking about his Wild West experiences mapping oil wells. It's the lounge. It's the member service pilot lounge. A couple of computers, somebody's over there throwing up some edits, and people are watching and taking a look at the pictures that they have while they also learn how to possibly use a program or two. New user walks in, or prospective new user has no idea. It's real estate agent walks in off the street, wants to buy a drone because they got a new hot property and they got to sell it by Friday. I talk to them and we figure out that maybe by Friday they're not going to be up to speed on being able to shoot, edit, and produce photos. Maybe Joe Drone user over here takes real estate photos for a living. We're going to connect those guys. We're still going to offer to set them up or train them or sell them a unit if that's what they'd really like to do, but we're going to teach them how to use it and what they're getting and educate them on how to be respectful and responsible. They could walk out and say no and just leave. That's fine. My goal would be to convince them that we're here to help them in this process. Teaching them is not going to be as difficult as they think, but it's also not as easy. Maybe that workbench over there, they're actually building a rental unit or a trainer unit that we utilize to help train people. A bare bones $200 build. You wreck it, I could replace most parts for less than 20 bucks. Maybe that'll actually work for your use. Maybe a lower budget custom build with a $50 HD camera could really satisfy a lot of the novices out there while teaching them on how to fly, maintain, and even build their unit. And then at the end of the 2 weeks or however long they use the unit, they want to upgrade to a P3, well, I'll take the unit, the test unit back. We'll get you hooked up with what you need. And now we feel comfortable that you're a pilot. Austin DroneSpace. It's just a place about drones. Got a guy in the back and he's a tech guru. He's 20-something years old and he loves building hardware parts. He's putting together some 3G and Bluetooth units in the back that we're going to use to track your quad if it goes down, because you have a high dollar investment. You'd like to know where it is if something happens. That guy back there is building his own tech, and guess what? It's going to help you and you and you and me and us. We're all going to do it together. 12 o'clock comes around, you walk in, and there's a bunch of guys sitting there and gals sitting on the couch just laughing and having fun, looking at something. You don't even know what it is. We're just brainstorming. We're just figuring out we're just doing it, man. This is how new technology evolves and new technology gets put in place and utilized. Unless we're all together collectively trying to find a way to better solve the problems, it's not going to get any better. We're just going to be competing against each other. And that's really not what it's about. The technology is here. It's about figuring out how to utilize it for the best, safest, and most responsible ways. I'm in the ATX DroneSpace. Will be in the capital of Texas. What better position than one of the largest states to affect drone usage and drone laws and drone regulation than Austin, Texas? Keeping Austin weird? Sure. We're definitely keeping it drone. Lots of flyers here, guys. 300 plus in our local UAV and drone pilot group started by a couple of the larger guys here in Austin. I believe it was Chris. Thank you. It's a great community. these are the people that I want involved. I'm looking for investors. I'm looking for people to be involved at a lower level as far as being a member. It's going to be a member community. There will be a membership fee, but your membership fee is going to get you membership services, maintenance, discounts on repairs and parts, allow you to connect with other businesses that come in looking to utilize our members. All of this is shared. You want to do a demo in the store about photo editing? Let's video it. Let's put it on the YouTube. We'll cut you in on the profits. Not trying to make a ton of money in one area. I just want to be a part of it all. I want a place to go to for me that I can be comfortable amongst my peers. A little competitive, of course, because drone pilot or real pilot or not, come on. It's just going to be a good place to learn, experience, and promote drone use. That's it. We're going to fly together. We're going to have fun together. It's all going to be about being together as a community, a co-op. Help me make it reality, guys. Whatever you can do, whatever you want to do to help. You want to start one of these in your town? Let's do it. You know somebody that could do it in your town faster, better, or better? Let's do it. Anything we can do to get this type of mentality and this type of business. But it's not about the business. I'm going to pay the bills. I'm going to make enough money for me to support myself at the current situation that I'm at. If this turns into a huge moneymaker, great. I promise you we're going to put that money back as much as possible. We all say it. Anybody that follows my YouTube and followed me on Facebook and has gotten me to this point knows that that's who I am. It's about giving back, guys. It's about the experience and bringing the reality to you. It's not always polished and it's not always perfect. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for understanding. Whether you want to be a part of it or not, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Let's make it happen. ATX DroneSpace. Troy from ATX RC Productions. Thanks again, guys.